there's a $25 million battle for esports supremacy going on right now. It's the biggest cash prize ever for one of these competitions. Eric Chemi is getting his game on back at headquarters and breaking it down for us. Hi, Eric.
That's right, Michelle. Today, just a few hours ago, began a $25 million tournament for Defense of the Ancients 2, known by fans as Dota 2. It's a tournament called the International, and that $25 million figure reflects the biggest prize ever for an esports tournament. It's actually the second time this tournament has set the esports prize record. What's most interesting about the money, though, is it comes almost entirely from the fans at $23 million and still counting. The money is raised using in-game microtransactions from people playing the game at home. The game's developer, a company called Valve, contributes only $1.6 million per year for the tournament. This is the 8th annual version of the tournament, with prize money hitting $10 million 4 years ago. So to give you a sense for how big $25 million is, compare that to the $53 million total prize money at the U.S. Open tennis tournament that's starting next week. And that money is being split among hundreds of competitors across men's and women's singles and doubles tournaments. The International will have only 18 teams competing, with the winning team of 5 people taking home $11 million. The tournament is underway right now in Vancouver. Back to you, Michelle.
Wow, amazing stuff, Eric. So what does it take to play video games for $25 million? We'll let Victor Goossens tell us all about it. He's the founder and CEO of Team Liquid, last year's defending champs and one of the world's oldest esports teams. Welcome, Victor. Good to have you on. You guys going to win this year?
Thank you for having me. So we're going to try our best. We are actually the defending champions from last year. This is our World Championships. This is the moment of the year. And our players have actually been preparing for this for 6 weeks straight. They came to the Netherlands. We did a training camp there for 3.5 weeks. After finishing that, they flew to Vancouver. They practiced for another 10 days there to get accustomed to the time zone, accustomed to the atmosphere, make sure they are used to the food. And this week is when it all begins.
Victor, call me crazy, but, you know, I understand marathoners who want to adjust to the climate, but even sitting to play video games, you got to do all that?
Absolutely. Come on. We'll let Victor answer.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot at stake here, and we treat our business very seriously. Even though they're just games, for us it's a sport, it's a competition, and you cannot risk being tired or jet lagged or get sick from adjusting to the air, and so we make sure to plan everything into the finest detail.
Hey, Victor, it's Tim. Thanks for joining us. I think, I went to the Overwatch at the Barclays Center, so I've seen a lot of this stuff firsthand and how rabid the fan base is. Talk about esports competing with traditional sports. In other words, my sense is that half the people in that arena were much happier there than watching the NBA Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this for a long time. I actually founded Team Liquid 18 years ago, and it hasn't always been this way. So it's an absolute pleasure to see how much esports has grown and how enthusiastic the fans are. To be honest, I love watching traditional sports as well, and I don't see it as a competition at all. I think there's place for both.
Hey, Victor, it's Brian Kelly. I'm curious, we call this esports, but to me there's an element of entertainment to this where somebody like a Disney might want to come in and use this for their theme parks. Are you seeing any traditional entertainment or media companies getting into the space?
Absolutely. In fact, Disney has a small investment into Axiomatic, which is the Team Liquid mother company. Axiomatic has shareholders that are famous NBA owners, NHL owners like Peter Guber, Ted Leonsis, Jeff Vinnick. So yeah, I think it's definitely the right space for them.
Huge names. Absolutely. Even I recognize them. So thank you, Victor. It was great to have you on. We really wish you the best of luck that you take home the big prize.
Yeah, go get them.
All right,
guys. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Let's trade this. How do you trade this esports phenomenon?
Well, and again, and Disney, they aired Overwatch for the first time. You had a network TV and ESPN teaming up to show the finals, a few weeks back. So obviously, the Take-Twos of the world, the Electronic Arts, are some ways to play it. Brian talked about maybe some of the media names. I still think that Tencent is the granddaddy of all the gaming companies in the world. The stock's been beaten up. That's the name I think you jump into here.
I think you could still play Electronic Arts. I think you'd also play NVIDIA. I mean, you need these gaming chips. They have to be faster. These chips are older. There's a refresh cycle with these chips, and these gamers are looking for any edge. So it's the chip space, it's Electronic Arts, it's Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll echo the EO, but I'll add the Disney to that. I mean, I still think that this is such a natural combination. Not only is Disney getting onto the ESPN side, but now you can have theme parks built around it or rides built around it. Everything else they do, it's such a natural fit. So I think this could be a real boost for Disney.
It's no rodeo, Guy.
No, it's not, as you well know. There are a few things I take away. There's a great line in the movie The Rock, Sean Connery. I know you never saw it. I would encourage you to do so. It didn't have subtitles, but I digress about trying your best. You should Google that, number one. Forget about trying your best. Do your best. Number two, Take-Two Interactive. You should Google it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Take-Two is that, valuation is extended. Stock seems to be breaking out to the upside. And I know you're a closet gamer. You're like one of those Fortnite people. Like tonight after the show, you put your headphones on and you go like,
There's
wild.
things in my closet, but there ain't gaming in there.